You think that a woman should propose to a man?
I mean, I feel like if men are the prize, why?
Men are the prize?
That's what I feel.
It's crazy that men want women to be this submissive woman and follow them.
Women should be opening the door for the man when he walks through the door.
A man who's a real leader ain't gonna say that. They're never gonna have their girl get on a knee and give him a ring. Like, that's some corny.
That's what America brainwashed us to
No,
look
that's
at.
not America. That's in the Bible.
No, what the Bible says. God made woman for man. Right. Did he not? If you going by the Bible, since we going by the Bible.
I'm not getting on a knee to propose to a big ass man. I think that that's not cute. And I think that at the end of the day, if that's the case, we don't have to be married. The only thing I'm doing on my knees is, you know, when I'm ready to get married.
Else, why wouldn't it be for a ring?
So Bella Thorne, she proposed to her fiance. What do you feel about?
Where you find them at? Damn.
What do you think about a woman proposing? She's from here. What kind of? Yeah, she's white.
She's not from America.
She's a white lady.
No way.
So what do you think about women proposing to men?
I feel like that's how it should be. Truthfully.
You think that a woman should propose to a man?
I mean, I feel like if men are the prize, why?
Men are the prize?
That's what I feel.
All right.
We had this on other episodes. I said, like, when you said who's the prize, the man is the prize, because at the end of the day, it's no benefits to us to marry a woman, because when a woman marries us as a man, regardless if we're minimum wage, middle class, or upper class, it's you get the kid, you get everything. You get the kids, you get the money. Yeah. Like, why is it advantageous to me to marry? I feel like I'm the prize because you all get the advantages go to y'all, so y'all should be bend the knee, like Game of Thrones.
I understand exactly where Paul is coming from. If the guy is carrying most of the burden, I mean, technically it would be considered the prize, and there wouldn't be no reason for him to get married. Now, of course, marriage is a beautiful thing, but at the same time, women benefit way more than men do. So I understand Paul's position on that, but at the same time, I would not want a woman to propose to me. I think biology has it set up for a reason, but I understand what a woman can do is just show her appreciation for what she has at home. If he's a good guy, you can show it in different ways. You ain't got to get on the knee, but definitely appreciate the guy.
Me personally, I'm going to say this. I would never propose to a man in a million years. I like a man who's a leader, and I want him to lead me. And that goes for everything. When he's ready to marry me.
He's like, I'm the leader, propose.
No. He
told you the directions.
No. A man who's a real leader ain't going to say that. They're never going to have their girl get on a knee and give him a ring. Like, that's some corny.
That's what America brainwashed us to look at.
No, that's not America. That's in the Bible.
No, what the Bible say?
The Bible is, a man is the leader. I'm not going off of it.
Would the Bible say that men should propose?
No, but it also doesn't say that. It doesn't put a woman in a position to be the person that's proposing to a man. Like, a man is the person who creates the family.
God made woman for man. Right. Did he not? If you going by the Bible, since we going by the Bible,
go by the Bible.
I don't know religions, everybody's out there, but we're going by the Bible. Man was made first. So the nigga was out doing whatever he was in the wild. He needed some help, so he created the woman to help the man.
Who created the whole get on one knee routine or ritual? Like, who created that? Like, where the guy has to get on one knee. If y'all can like point that out in the comment section, where did that come from to where the guy has to get on one knee and propose to the woman? I mean, because if you really think about it, it is like some slave shit if you really think about it. Like, to propose to the woman to where it puts her in the dominant leadership role. I mean, like I said, I still couldn't see a woman propose to me, but at the same time, I think a woman should at least be transparent on what she wants. If she wants the guy, it needs to be said, it needs to be known. That guy needs to know the reciprocation of love that he's feeling towards you and you feeling it back. But if you kind of play that you gotta chase me game, I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's beneficial for a chick.
Woman is a helper. And at the end of the day, I feel like a man should, I don't care. I think that it's very masculine for a woman to propose to a man. It will make me feel like I'm not in my femininity whatsoever. And I feel like at the end of the day, I'm not getting on a knee to propose to a big ass man. I think that that's not cute. And I think that at the end of the day, if that's the case, we don't have to be married, because I'm not going to propose to you. And not because I feel like the man has to do this grand gesture, but I'd rather us come to an agreement together and be like, should we get married? Because it makes sense for this to happen and that to happen. And we are committed to each other and we do want to be with each other for the rest of life. If anything happens to me, I would want you to be able to do, be the one to handle that. Like, that will be a collective decision and we can make that together. It doesn't have to be some grand proposal. But what I will not do is get on the knee and propose to a man. The only thing I'm doing on my knees is that's it.
Well, that doesn't make sense because I'm saying
that
like
doesn't make Paul B for real. Stop being on this podcast saying this.
Listen to me and I'm gonna be for real.
Like, don't do that.
I'm gonna be for real.
Like, if you can really imagine a girl getting on her knees with a ring, like, baby, I'll let you know when I'm ready to get married.
Else, why wouldn't it be for a ring?
That's weird. I'm moving on from this.
Maybe not get on the knee for a ring, but if you think about it though, I think in a healthy situation, I think the chick should chase the man a little bit. The chick definitely need to chase the guy. I think the chick needs to be chasing the guy's acceptance for marriage, but it can happen, vice versa. Like I said, it just really depends on who likes who more. I think if both people are healthy, for sure, you will want both people to be on the same page and say, I think it's time for us to get locked down. But somebody's going to like somebody a little bit more. It's usually always like that. Y'all just got to figure out who that person is and what position and role that you're going to play in that situation.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, that's out of control. Like,
no, I'm just like, no. You said it. You said it.
Well, I'm getting on my knees for something else for my man, but it's not going to be for proposal.
Get on your knees for something else. Get on your knees for something else.
Bye. Anyways, I'm moving on.
All right, let's move on.
That's ridiculous that when men are the prize. And is that like
that's not ridiculous.
It's crazy that men want women to be this submissive woman and follow them. Women should be opening the door
for the man when he walks through the door. When he walks up to the car, women should be opening the door.
This is what you're spewing to people. And so when your daughter dates a man, you want them to be like, make sure you're opening the door for these men. Make sure they're not doing nothing for you. When you get on your knees and propose to them. That's the advice you give your daughters?
Well, if you got a man that says, hey, babe, I'm going to take care of you the rest of your life. You don't have to work. You don't have to do all these other things. I'm going to get us a house, cars, and everything. And I'm going to take care of you. Why not? Open the door. I'm going to make sure there's no 50-50 in this, babe. I got the bills. I got dinner.
You got a point.
I got dinner.
Do you know how much
I got?
You got a point.
You asked me, right? Now I'm telling you. I got the dinners. I got, the bills. I got the heavy lifting. And when the heavy lifting becomes a bearing on me, I'm not even going to complain about it and bring it to you.
So heavy lifting includes opening a door.
Hold up. He's making a great point, though. If this man is taking care of everything, your life, you ain't got to worry for nothing. You ain't got to lift a finger if that man is creating a fairy tale lifestyle for you. Is it too hard to open the door? Or is your ego and pride that big to where you can't even like sit yourself down and say, damn, I'm being taken care of. My life is in the palm of this man's hand. Like, that's crazy, man, the world that we live in when you really think about it. That's why I say women got so much power. And it's just based on biology, man. It's like, it is what it is. So I'm not complaining about the power women got, but it's the fact that they can't see through their egos to see when you got a good guy that's trying to hold you down and literally take care of you and suffice for things that you wouldn't have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in today's world is as backwards to where women don't appreciate the guys that they have in their life. And I want y'all to do a test real quick. I don't want to talk too long. If you're in a relationship 5 to 10 years, I want you to do like a questionnaire. You ain't got to tell your woman this because she might be mad at you. But assess whose roles has gotten exponentially harder over those 5 to 10 years. Who has acquired more responsibility, possibly more debt, or been striving to make more money or so on and so forth. Find out who is that person and you'll know who the leader of the relationship is.
That's nothing.
Silence
opening
the phone.
Door. Yeah, you're right. The door.
Like, how about that?
Like a woman opening the door, that should be nothing, right? Right? So what's the problem? I got to do everything?
It's
I
not
gotta
that you
do
have to do everything. A woman could, like, you can live in a world, and unfortunately, I feel bad that all your experience leads you to believe that you have to do everything in a relationship. But my experience speaks very differently from that, because as a woman, I bring a lot to the table. Like I said, I'm going to anticipate my man's needs. I'm going to know what he needs before he knows what he needs. And I'm going to provide that. There's so many things that a real woman and a good woman can bring to the table. So I feel sorry for you that you have never got the opportunity to experience that. And I really do hope that you meet someone that can show you that differently. Until then, you'll have your opinion, and that's okay. I'm willing to agree to disagree with that. But I do know differently. I know that a man could buy a house, but a woman could make it a home. And she could make it into something that a man could never do. She could provide that comfort. She can have this candles and this, that, everything going, and it's a vibe and it's
just
a comfort.
little less aggressive.
Or she can add a lot more debt into your life, and she can force you to spend all the money to make it into a home, and just, now y'all both stressed out about money. But I'm gonna be honest, man. Women make that shit sound amazing. That I'm going to suffice all your needs. I'm gonna make sure you got sandwiches made, your clothes is washed, they ironed, ready, and everything. But they be slipping, bro. And don't let you have a woman that's possibly working as well, and she's still supposed to do those roles also. Boy, it's gonna be chaos, man. Even the chicks that become housewives, they still be lazy. They still start slacking on their duties, man. I done been there, done that. Trust me. It sounds good. I'm going to make sure I'm thinking ahead of him. I know everything that he needs. I'm reading his mind 100%. No, you not. No, you not. You watching that show. You sitting down, you getting lazy, you on your phone, you eating seafood, and then you passing out. And you gonna do the things that's necessities to you and you only. And after that, the guy will become an afterthought after a while. Now, if you're a good chick and you are holding them down, that's dope. But far few in between fall short of that I do situation.
Yeah, sure. I didn't mean to be aggressive. I'm just talking. I get passionate.
But I'm just saying, you're saying what the woman can do for the man. So, because it's triggering me.
Reverse
Why
psychology.
is it triggering you?
Because it's the aggressiveness of the tone of what you're saying. So if you say it a little more pleasant, I can accept it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what is it again? That
I'm not going to repeat it, but I will say that there's a lot of things that a woman can bring. And like I said,
I like, but the men, for us as masculine men, we trying to minimize your list of things you can bring, because we just feel as a sense of pride, as the pride of the pride, the lions.
Pride of the pride.
We want to take care of a lot of different things so the women have their life easy, because we know
facts.
when y'all birth children, that's the most blessing of blessings that can ever happen, because like that you guys bring life to the world.
This nigga cooking.
So we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we like, all right, because the women, what y'all bring to the table as far as life, there will be no life without y'all.
That is true.
So we're willing to do all these things, take care of you, make sure you're in a safe nest. We don't want harm or danger to come to you.
He's spitting.
So like, we just be like, we'll minimize the list for you. But like when y'all start trying to step up and thinking you over the man.
right, like proposing and making that decision to
No,
propose
that's a good
to
thing.
man.
That's why women should propose.
Women don't even realize why we go as hard as we go for them. It's literally, my woman, I'm going to work hard because she can live a less stressful life. And guess what? I benefit off of that. That means she gets to stay youthful longer. I don't have to hear no nagging mouth. Hopefully she can take that rest of that energy and do like working out, improving that body for things that I want to see, growing that ass, growing them thighs, you feel me? And just making her, just putting the energy back into the things that's going to keep her super beautiful and keep me even more enticed every time I look at her. But guess what? If you got a chick working as many hours as you or plus, man, she's not going to be able to do all the other little things that you probably want as efficient, because she's going to be worn out. You're going to be putting a lot of mileage on that vehicle. You feel me? You got to do more frequent oil changes. You got to do some more tune-ups. You got to change things a little bit more often. It's going to be a headache for you.
It's crazy. Okay,
That's
anyways,
like-
let's move on because I can't keep going back and forth about that. That's the most ridiculous
All
thing.
right. That's not the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah,
It makes
because
sense.
if a woman proposed
It
to
makes
you,
sense.
imagine how thirsty this is. You're with a woman, you don't even know that you want to get married yet, and she's making the decision to get on her knee and propose to you with a ring. As a man, you're supposed to make that decision.
Intentional.
The hell?
She's intentional.
All right, I got a question. So there's laws in America, right?
Okay.
And then there's laws in other countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
We look at other countries like you guys deal with that, we don't deal with that. So that's ridiculous.
That what?
Like say like in other countries you can do
What the hell Paul talking
like
about?
things that you can't do in America.
Okay.
Like I don't know, with like because there's laws, different laws everywhere, right? And there's different structure. And so we look at it as things that are ridiculous in our country that are not ridiculous in other countries.
They're not proposing to people in other countries, Paul. That's not what they're doing.
But we
the men
made
are
that.
actually
'Cause we
creating and
made that. We
curating
created
families in
that
other
through
countries.
religion.
But it doesn't matter. They're not doing that in other countries. Period, point blank. They're not.
Let's
That's
do
not a norm.
Like, let me ask Chad.
Some countries aren't even mingling anymore, and they're having a older population, and it's a dying population because the youth aren't reproducing. They're actually trying to pay people to actually come to these countries, immigrants, to actually increase the population. So that's also happening.
GPT. What marriages last longer when the women propose is basis toward the men proposing? Because 99% of the men, 99.9% of the men propose.
What?
But I wonder what that 0.1 relationship status is when the women do.
Hold on.
I want to know that stat.
Okay, well, we'll look it up.
Hold on.
So we'll move on from that subject.
Okay, well, if they done with it, I'm gonna go ahead and do a recap. I honestly think women probably do propose more. If you really think about it, who gives out relationships? It's guys. Who normally asks, "What are we? What are we? We've been chilling for a while. We've been having casual sex. Who asked that? Women usually ask that. That's damn near the same thing as proposing. Women actually do propose more. Damn, I'm mad it took me this long to get to that point. I'm at the end of the video. If you made it here, you heard me say it. I ain't say it earlier though, but I just said it now. Is you learn as you watch these, man. If we pay attention, we learn together. The beginning, I feel like I had a different point of view, but as the video went on, I start really understanding and really thinking about the situation at hand. Chicks do. They literally, they ask you for a relationship all the time. And it's usually guys the one that's running from it. They do propose. It might not be as formal as getting on that knee, putting that ring up, looking up at the guy. They're not doing that because it's a pride and ego thing. You feel me? And we don't want to. I mean, you don't want to have your woman like a servant down there. You feel me? Even though she should be catering and the whole nine to you being her man, but at the same time, she ain't gonna get on her knees and do it. But ultimately, they all do it. If they really like the guy and they really want to keep the guy in their life, they will do it. They're gonna lock you down one way or another. They're gonna either trap you with that baby or they're gonna ask you that question and they're gonna guilt trip you. They're gonna start crying in your face and stuff and try to make you feel bad because you just having casual sex with her. Which I do believe if you are having sex with a woman, I do believe that you are putting her under your covenant. Like I said, man, if I'm having sex with a woman, man, I feel like she mine. I know that sounds weird, y'all. I know a lot of people feel like, what? But that's why I'm just different. When it comes down to what I even try and bring into my life, I'm gonna look out for a chick that I feel like we sharing that bond with. I feel like I got into that place to where we at least will have some good reciprocation of energy and purpose and passion. With my wife, I feel like that. So yeah, I think everybody just got to be intentional on what they want. But yeah, chicks are asking for it, and this pause on Azar's face is egregious right now. But it is what it is. She's attractive when she want to be. and she's not, you know, yapping too much. But I'm gonna link this, man. Y'all make sure y'all watch this in its entirety. The episode's always great with Truth After Dark. Paul and Zara, they always cooking. She gives good perspective points. Paul, you know, he do his thing. He's the truth. What can I say? I hope y'all having a great day. Whatever time of day it is, just make sure y'all enjoy the day. I ain't feeling too bad right now, you feel me? But I just want to also appreciate everybody in the comment section who be rocking out, commenting, you know, disagreeing with me or agreeing with me. It is what it is. I'm different, you different. We're not going to think the same, you feel me? I did a video a little while ago talking about religion, and y'all was coming from my head, man, on how I feel about Christianity. I've been down that road, been there, done that. And it is what it is, man. We can agree to disagree. You know, you live your life the way you want to live it. I'll live mine the way I see fit. But like I said, I've awakened from a few things, and I just have a little bit more understanding in the way how I view things. It is what it is, though. I mean, I think we all gonna have one common goal, just like multiple religions still have the same common goal of you following one higher singularity power. So make sure y'all like the video, comment below, y'all. This is your guy JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all, peace.